everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of Welcome to part 2 of Behind the Broadcast. I did have to ask for some help on how to get some other endings, because I didn't know how to get them. I kept getting the same ending over and over and over again, so... Let's get the main ending then. According to what this person said, so I have to start from here. Intimidating, but what else do you expect from a guy like him? He was honest about my work too, so I appreciate that. So you think it will be a pain in the ass to work under him? You give her a sharp look. She looked offended for a second, letting out her with a shrug. Oh, I'm sorry for being interested in what my roomie got herself into. I know just as much as you do. Maybe ask Karen next time you see her. She might have some insight into what this guy's reputation is around here. Maybe. Wanna have pizza for lunch? No, we have leftovers from yesterday. Come on! It's spaghetti with tuna, you will get over it. If that wasn't our 4th time having spaghetti this month. Too bad, your ass is banned from in that kitchen after the oven incident. It was 1 time! And your last. Okay, I think this is all the same. Okay, let's skip. We don't need to listen to all this. Okay, let's visit Karen. You nod to yourself. Yeah, Karen. She's one of your closest friends after all. Her advice was certainly useful, especially considering she juggles all these part-time roles while being a full-time mom. You felt uneasy just thinking about handling a workload of half as much. You tried to rub your last droves of sleep away while walking up to Karen at her shop. The usual jingle, the line which makes you groan. Yeah, thanks for telling me I might be late for work. Morning, Karen. She simply nodded back with an expression that she was already dreading her shift, until she noticed it was you. Her gaze lingers on you a bit longer than usual. Is my fur messy again? Don't you act all innocent now. I saw that status on your Instagram. No call, no message. She clicks her tongue, acting all hurt and offended. Okay, to be fair, you did plan on calling her yesterday, but most likely forgot about it the moment Kiwi ordered pizza. You roll your eyes with a chuckle. And that's why I'm here. To tell me you got the job or for your coffee? Both. Right, She gets to work with your usual. No, but seriously, told you get it. Got yourself all stressed out for nothing. You point toward the croissant on the display and Karen nods in understanding. Actually, I was hoping you would know something about this P guy since his studio has quite the name around here. Oh, nosing around on your first day? Can't blame me for wanting to know who I'm going to be working for, and I suppose you know all the tea. Well, I'm taking that personally. You tap your fingers against the counter like a pouting little kid. So the TV guy, huh? Heard about him here and there, There isn't much that I know. Not sure if that's just my poor knowledge or if there is just a little stuff this guy has said publicly. Saw him a couple of times on some talk shows though. So you're clueless. Do you want what I've heard or what I think? Lay it on me. He's a weird one for sure. You should watch the interview he once did for that famous YouTuber from here. SMG4, was it? My kiddos watch his crap all the time. But don't take my word for it. That's just what I'm thinking. You'll have nothing to be concerned about since the interview went well. Depends on how you define well. Huh? I don't think he was really impressed by my work. It seemed he rather pitied me. You recall the conversation in your brain, that look on his face. Screen? A shiver runs up your spine. Oh boy, why are you feeling so unconfident again all of a sudden? What if his thoughts changed after the interview? Your hand splayed flat as you focused on Karen again. Ears drooped as a finger ghosted the countertop again. Karen sees this through her peripherals and trying a new direction to cheer you up. Come on, Sapphire. What about that little series of yours that you had a whole pile of papers? Was he not impressed by all of that? What's up with you and Kiwi being so excited about that stupid show script? You haven't shown him? No? You know it's bizarre. That script has no place in my portfolio, and you know it. Who knows what he would think of me? She shoves the croissant with your latte in your paws, the steaming liquid jolting you wide awake as you take a sip, almost burning your tongue accidentally. Another shiver down your spine as you look back at her, as if expecting her to berate you for drinking it too fast. I'm gonna go there myself and kick that guy's butt if he even thinks about killing your confidence. Just keep cool, alright? He gave you a chance for a reason. She says this while wiping some crumbs off the counter, gesturing with her upper paw. You blink at her a few times, your grip softening on the cup before smiling warmly. She's right. Partly. I mean, you're going there to improve and grow as a writer anyway, so critique is inevitable, obviously. No Now the question is how he handles such situations. You will find out sooner or later. You still had a bunch of questions, but none of them came to mind before you were ushered out, since you didn't order anything else. Now get on going, or you'll be late on your first day. Oh yeah. You once again met with a cold breeze outside. Sipping on your latte again, you started walking. Oh! Weapons? Wait, oh hi mate! I didn't realize you were in this, okay. You almost bumped into a strange man who suddenly emerged from nowhere. He looks at you startled. Oh, you're the Karen's friend, right? Is she inside? I was wondering if you could... Weapons? How many times do I tell you? I have to tell you to stop bothering me at work. I brought you some flowers on my way. I thought, get out! You awkwardly move aside and continue on your way. That was weird. You walk into the studio, scanning the environment. You have no idea what to do, where to go, or who to meet. Well, isn't that great? A nervous pit forms in your stomach. Why do I feel like a person like me has no place here? Are you looking for something? Shit, should I have just... Okay, is this the same? Yeah, this is the same. I can skip this. I'll let her talk. And oh yeah, I haven't let her talk. And then I was like, I don't care if it's in style, Jessica. Those leggings are so 2014, and it makes her ass flatter than it already is. What? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You sipped on your coffee, wondering whether or not you were even told the truth about this gossip. Who is Jessica? And then I was like, yeah, I only drink organic gluten-free. No milk, no carb, no sugar, no butter, no cream, no beans, no greens, no potatoes, no tomatoes, no lamb, no ham. Oh man, what do I say? You clasp your paws together, nervously, making a step toward befriending your new. You weren't actually sure who she was yet or what her role was here. So then I was like, yeah, Brad is like so lame. Like he thinks he's all that and a bag of chips, but okay, didn't even let me breathe. And I'm just like not into that, you know? I recommend you stay away from him. You can always trust me with all the tea. Remember that. Barry and I know best. Who's Barry? Hold on, you didn't even ask who she was yet. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't even get to know your name. You say with okay, we can skip this because we've already been through this. Hi, Puzzles. Great. Okay, Sapphire, sound confident. Professional. Yeah, I've already gone through this, haven't I? It was inspiring. Got to meet a few more people in the tea. Yep, skip. Continue the conversation. Yeah, I get it. Guess I just need some time to pull myself together. I could give you a recipe for my special tea if you'd like. I don't enjoy tea much. Trust me, you'll feel brand new after that. You appreciate her attempt at making you feel better. Thanks, Linda. I think I'll be fine with a cup of coffee. I'm gonna be here for the next, 5 hours anyway. It's just this once. Whatever you say. I'll be on my way now. We could chit-chat more about this tomorrow. Hit up the art department if you need anything. They are the ones staying here the longest usually. And Barry. Who is Barry? Appreciate it. Piles of paper strewn along your once clean desk. Yeah, this is the same. Smile. Your lips twitch upwards. The janitor's mustache. Yep. Okay, let's go. Walk home with you. And I already know all this. And we've approached him before. Oh, okay. This is new. Okay. Sapphire! You got used to these random scares from your co-workers since they were happening quite often for whatever reason. I don't know if this was your attempt at making me jump out of my skin. Either way, it didn't work. You're met with a frustrated expression on Linda's face once more when she emerges from the supply closet. And I was so sure I got you this time. You're gonna have to try better than that. I have been for a good 3 months, you know. You were jumping at pretty much everything during the first week. Remember when the coffee machine turned on by itself? Yes, you don't have to remind me. You give her a weak grin, your brows furrowing in an attempt to look offended. What were you doing in a supply closet anyway? Waiting for more potential victims that sneak by? Ugh, you wish. Docky spilled a can of fresh paint all over the props. Who's that? I thought I was gonna lose my mind once I found the team scrubbing the floor with whatever they could find. I came to look for Barry, but that old man is nowhere to be seen. So I snooped around the closet in hopes of finding something useful. And I pulled up dusty scrub daddy sponges and some dirty ass mop, not useful at all. I told them not to leave a fresh bucket of paint on a windowsill, and they still went on doing it anyway. It's like I'm talking to a brick wall. Can you believe it? We were lucky you didn't destroy any props for that show of yours. Wouldn't that be a shame? Working on these circus tents got me pretty busy. You murmur sorry. I'm messing with ya. Speaking of the circus, how's it going for you? Couldn't be more proud of what we have done. It's going to be big. Oh, I'm sure. She wipes a non-existent tear off the corner of her eye. You rookies grow up so fast. Won't even speak of the boss man. I've never seen that guy get so excited about a project before. Have you noticed something off about him? Interested in some tea, am I right? So you know something. Darling, I always know about everything in the studio. What do you want for it? She says nothing, only raising her brows as she waits for your suggestions. I'll get you with gluten-free cookies and energy bars. Okay, so Barry told me not so long ago that I overheard a conversation Mr. Postles had going on over his phone, pacing relentlessly around the hallway, voice stern on whoever was talking on the other side of the line. He didn't hear much, but he assumed it was some family drama. Family drama? Yeah, does it ring a bell, or has he not ever talked about that to you? No, we don't really talk about stuff like that. Well, anyway, that's all I've got on me. Do whatever you want with this information. I'm off now, hun. I have to deal with that mess in my department. Good luck with your little investigation. She proceeds to walk past you with a proud smile on her face. You just stand there for a bit, thinking about what she just told you. Family drama? You don't really want to push his buttons, but he would have probably mentioned it by now, no? With a shake of your head, you began walking to the exit. Your way back is riddled with more questions than answers, unfortunately. Opening your apartment door wide open, your eyes searching for your roomie. You see a familiar silhouette wrapped on a couch with the TV's light shining over her form. You shut the door. I'm home. Hi, home. I'm Kiwi. Guess I'll be eating those noodles I got from Marty alone then. She emerges from the couch in the blink of an eye when she mentioned food. I'm taking it back. Give. Evie put on some lame reality show while the two of you just relaxed for the rest of the day. You kept thinking about the conversation with Linda. Why won't it let you rest? A sudden notification from your phone pulls you out of your thoughts. Oh look, I have like puzzles so happy face. Hey Sapphire, are you free tonight? Depends on what you mean by free. As in, going for a walk? It's the middle of the night. Yes, I am aware. You're not obligated to if you don't want. You're not obligated to if you don't want to, of course. We could meet right on the other side of the road, across your apartment. I just want to talk. Oh wait, I should have said. Okay, that's fine. What hour? Midnight. That emoji doesn't make it any better, you know. Sorry. Once you shove your phone back in your pocket, you push yourself from the couch. Your teeth clenching at the sore feeling in your back. Glad you haven't moved from that spot in hours. Kiwi's ears perk up from the kitchen the moment she sees you heading to the hallway. Where are you going? Out? For what exactly? Stop shoving your snout into my private stuff. I'll be back in an hour or so. You mutter while struggling to put your shoes on, almost tripping due to your poor balance. Who are you going out with? Kiwi? It's that TV-headed guy, isn't it? You turn around to look at her with a sharp whip of your head. She just stares at you with a mischievous smirk on her face before placing the leftovers into the microwave. Clean up the kitchen before I get back. What is up with you and that dude? Why should that be your business? Why do you care so much? Jeez, tell me if you think I have something. Tell me you think I have something with him. Do you? No! Your ears pinned back once those words left her mouth, feeling sorry for her to even consider such a thing. Oh, did I strike a nerve? I'm not judging. Ever since you told me he walked you home that one night, I had my suspicions. I do not! She dramatically leans against the wall, hand pressed against her forehead. Another romantic walk around the city under the sky full of stars, under the warm, dim lights. Without a second thought, you practically lunged at her, attempting to hit her with the nearest object, an unopened pack of tortillas. But before you're able to take your hit, she jets off to the bathroom with a scream. You figured that she was just trying to roll you up, which worked, considering your battery for today was dwindling low as it is. Just don't get back late! You hear her voice coming out of the bathroom, still holding the door shut to prevent you from ripping all of her fur out. Reluctantly, you let go of the handle to grab your coat. Do what I told you to do. Do what I told you to do. There you go. Are your last words before shutting the door loudly. Out of frustration and embarrassment, you take a deep breath, groaning. But then your nose picks up a weird smell. What is that? Smoke? Coming out of your apartment? She didn't turn the microwave off. Kiwi! Oh, scene. Hello? Ah, Sapphire! You arrived! Surprisingly. Who doesn't want to go out with their boss in the middle of the night? The grin slipped slightly as if your words have unsettled him. I'm messing with you. Sorry for the lateness, by the way. Kiwi blew up the microwave. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about that at all. So you wanted to talk? Just work stuff to discuss. We didn't get to see each other much today. His screen flickers as he thinks of what to say next. Mind if I lead the way? There's a nice path to the city's park I'm familiar with. You nod in agreement. Both of you set off in this little midnight adventure around the city. A cold breeze blowing into your faces, shoes echoing along the empty streets as puzzles guided you through a place you haven't set foot in before. You weren't sure why you hadn't gone to see the rest of the city for yourself. You could have with Karen, but that thought never crossed your mind. It felt rather nice to have him by your side. It was awkward, but oddly comforting. You're not sure how to put it into words. I don't think I've ever been to this part of the city. Or maybe I have, but this place is usually crowded to the point I barely know where I'm going. I'm honored to be a tour guy then. I like hanging around here when I feel my mind's about to explode. It's nice to just shut down for a moment and appreciate the beauty of living. So you go here often? I suppose. Only around this hour though. Not a fan of having too many eyes on me. This place tends to be very lively. I thought you enjoyed the attention. Oh, I very much do. But I do like having some time for myself. Outside. You know? You almost heard him curse under his breath. For a work stuff walk, we aren't really talking about work. A small snicker escapes his mouth. Whether it was from nervousness or something else is quite hard to tell. My mistake. I didn't mean that in a bad way. We don't talk about ourselves much anyway. Your private life is basically a mystery to me. I prefer to keep stuff mysterious, myself included. But I suppose I could make an exception when it's you. Well, is there anything you would like to know about me? There are plenty of things I would like to know about you. Careful now, I'll only do this once. Think it through. Now. Okay. Family. You never talked about your family. You notice how his shoulders tensed up a bit at your question. I hope it's not a sensitive topic for you. Not at all. No. I don't have much to say about my relatives, other than I am no longer in touch with any of them. For any particular reason? Oh, there are reasons. One could say their treatment shaped me into the person I am today, if you look at it in multiple perspectives. Are any of the reasons related to why you were so down recently? He tilts his head to the side, one of his antennas slightly drooping. What do you mean? I heard you arguing with someone on the phone. I didn't want to bring it up when we were at the studio. It takes a moment for him to process what you just said. He averts his gaze, the light from his screen illuminating the pavement now. My father was never quite enthusiastic about my dreams. I never gained his approval as a kid. Animated scene? I've always dreamt big. Fascinated by every artistic path as a youthful, wide-eyed kid. Eager to try them all, I painted, wrote, even played all sorts of instruments. Oh my god. Yet, one thing stood at the top of the mountain. To indulge in all of these and bridge into creating something from nothing? It echoed in my mind that people around the world could know my name from a legacy of my own choosing. The music, the paint, the writing, culminated together to breathe a feel-good story like the ones I've learned to adore on television. Oh, and my mother. Oh, what a woman. Hand in hand, she held that encouragement, so full of kindness that always felt full. I held on to her when she held my innocent, longing heart. One day, those ideas will play on the big screen. You made it, she'd say. But my father, he had different plans towards such a creative soul. He shattered my heart saying those few words. Art is a waste of time, he'd say. Focus on something that will guarantee your success. Your vision was only a mirage for you get to make a reality. Your reality should be more down to earth. Part of me believed he was only trying to protect me from the cruelties of failure. Not as if the creative are a long end, familiar net to save you. Life doesn't play fair, shows end. I know this. I didn't let that tragedy eat me alive, so I kept my head high, walking forward with tears blurring my vision before I found out too late the one who believed in me was gone. I got so lost after she was gone, yet the ripples of her influence, the beat of her heart resonating in me quietly, kept me from completely going deep down in the drain. As if I was still a kid and I tripped over myself, her hand gently helps me up. Every one of those steps, she says, is going forward. I lingered on that thought. Maybe that was always meant to happen. My script written for me to play along. Those wounds slowly healed, dusting myself off before I tried again, and again, and again. His monologue stopped once he glances into your eyes, his face changing ever so slightly. You haven't even noticed, not before he stopped walking. Sapphire, are my eyes deceiving me, or are you tearing up? And his tone changes in not even a second. That goddamn smirk creeping up on his face again. How do you expect me to react when you drop a bomb like this on me? You grin back at him, a failed attempt at hiding your broken expression. You sniffled, eyes watering before you wiped your face as you took it in. All in. I got a little carried away. Come on now. I can't see you like this. He toots at you in disapproval, raising his gloved hand and wiping off a tear in the corner of your eye. You never bothered to tell me about this. You managed to choke out once you snapped back to reality after that intimate gesture. Why would I ever bring up a topic like this into the workplace? What happened to your father? How do you think a character with a plot like this ends up? My father was a hypocrite. Drowning in alcohol was the only possible solution for him. It's all he knew. I've never spoken a word with him again after that. At least not until recently. Do you think he wants to make it up with you? Maybe. That's enough about me. You never told me about yourself. Me? I recall summarizing pretty much everything to you. Everything? The fact that you moved here to follow your own dream? That's like the start of some cheesy fairy tale. Well, what do you want to know? Why? Why a writer? Guess it started at a really young age. I was never that type of kid to get along well with others, so I lived my own little world, imagining all kinds of stories, slowly drowning in them. As I grew up, I knew writing was something I wanted to pursue in the future, but I hesitated a lot and missed out on lots of opportunities, simply because I thought I wasn't ready yet. As life dragged on, I found myself happy trying out a journalism career, writing articles, listening to other people's stories, but I still kept coming back to writing my own imaginary tales during my free time. And once I knew journalist work was no longer for me, I dropped it and finally made that big step I had always dreamed of. And the reason why you chose this city specifically? It felt like a good start. A fresh new start for my new career. And look, I made a great decision. You gave me a huge opportunity, one I could only dream about. I mean, all I wanted was just being a part of something special. And you won me a golden ticket. And I just keep asking myself, why? Why me? He takes a moment to look at you, observing your expression before his eyes drift away to the view in front of you. You were right about never going to this place before. The building's light reflected in the lake's murky depths. The distant sounds of the busy city faded into something distant and unreal. You find yourself lost in the view. Why you? I saw something in you that day, Sapphire. A spark. Tiny little spark, quietly begging to be seen. That spark I once had. You didn't come here to write those stories. You came here to make them. And I knew if I wasn't the one who gave you that chance, No one would. I saw that passion, and I knew I had to keep the fire going, to not let it die out. You were so consumed by perfection that you couldn't see anything else. Someone out there had to give you that you are enough. People aren't perfect. That's what makes us human. You stood there, unable to think of a word. There was a brief flicker of heart rating showing up on his screen before he masked it with a cough. Before any of you could say anything, a few water drops wet your fur. The cold water wakes up from the trance as you raise your head to look up for the source. It's raining. Without a word, Puzzles takes out an umbrella from his coat, opening up to cover you, both of you. Where did you... I always carry one with me. You never know. He taps on his metal head, winking at you. What is it gonna be next? Pulling a rabbit out of your hat? I'm afraid a rabbit wouldn't survive under those conditions. A quiet giggle escapes your lips at his comment. You shove your paws into the pockets and subtly move closer to him. To fit under the umbrella, of course. He seemed to notice. His hand moves by an inch closer to your shoulder to make sure you're fully protected from the rain. Water drops drummed against the umbrella, but none of you spoke a word. That's cute. Oh my god. This is really lovely. The animation is so beautiful as well. Oh, he's thinking about something. Black screen. Hey, Sapphire. You turn around before twisting the knob, waiting for what he has to say. I was wondering, would you like to spend some time together again? Maybe over at my place? His fingers drummed against his palm, the nervousness making itself noticeable on his screen. We could get a dinner, a business dinner, all part of our work, of course. Informal matters. You blink. Okay. Refuse first. The anticipation on his face is slowly eating him alive as he waits for your response. You finally make up your mind. I'm sorry. I think I'll pass. There's a quick change in his expression once he hears your words. Oh, of course. That's okay. I'm glad we could hang out a bit today. Yeah, it was nice talking about something other than work. You forced a smile, then the change in the air was noticeable. I better get going. It's getting really late. Thanks for tonight, though. We'll see you at the studio next week. Walk safely. See ya. You wave him a goodbye as he disappears into the quiet night. A business dinner? What kind of silly idea is that? You can't imagine yourself being at his place talking about work. No, that's not right. Professionally at all times. You take a deep breath before heading inside the building. Your footsteps echo in the halls as you make your way up to the stairs, the conversations still replaying in your head. What was that? What was he on about? How did it go? Kiwi's cheeky tone catches you off guard the moment you open the door to your apartment. I saw you two chatting outside. She bats her eyelashes, trying to get a reaction out of you. Went fine, is all you reply, once you take off your coat and walk past her, not acknowledging her attempt at rounding you up. That's it? What else were you hoping to hear? She shrugs, her face scrunching up at your question. I don't know, anything other than just fine. Did something happen? No, nothing. I need to get some stuff done tomorrow, preferably early, so please keep your voice down. Right, okay. Good night. You shut the door to your room and collapse on your bed. After a few huffs into your pillow, you roll over to stare at the ceiling. What was he thinking? There is no way he was actually looking forward to having a date with you. No, of course not. Still bold of him to invite you to his place. You can always discuss project details at the studio. You'll talk to him tomorrow. The loud buzzing of your phone wakes you up. Or was that your alarm? No, you didn't set one yesterday. You reach for your buzzing phone with a groan, forcing your eyes open to see who is calling you this early in the morning. Unknown number. You really don't have the energy to deal with spam callers at this hour. After a while of contemplating, you rub your face groggily and pick up the phone. Hello? Hello? Am I speaking to Sapphire? Your ears perk up at the unknown voice mentioning your name. Yes? How can I help you? Miss Sapphire, this is Halen from CC Pictures speaking. We are contacting you about a possible opportunity you could get at our studio with your project. You immediately sat upright in your bed, your eyes going wide at the words. That's CC Pictures? Calling me? What is happening? What kind of opportunity are we talking about here? The report that GMS Media got to us, and we are very interested in taking on projects for the future, on your project for further development. We understand that the project is currently being produced at Puzzle Vision. However, we would be pleased to discuss the possibility of continuing it with our team, supported by a higher budget and increased funding. Are you hearing what you were hearing? Are you hearing what you were hearing? We understand this is a big decision to make, so of course, further details could be sent over to your email. Is this really happening? On a random Saturday? Wait, Sapphire, think about this. This is an insane opportunity. Being part of the bigger league. This is everything you could have ever wanted, right? No, that is not true. You already have your place at Puzzle Vision. Why would you want something else? He gave you this chance. You can't just change the direction when it's done. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm going for the bad ending, I think. I would be more than happy to accept your offer. Can I receive more information on my email? Of course, we will get to that later today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity. You stare at your wall after the beep sound, the gears in your head turning slowly as the realization hits you. This could be it. Yes, this could be it. The smile on your face quickly turns into a toothy grin as you suppress the need to giggle like a schoolgirl. You need to tell him. Of course, you need to tell him. You practically sprint out of your room to the bathroom as you search for a fresh pair of clothes. Phoebe has taken notice of the enthusiasm on your face. Now what got you all so giggly and everything? You won't believe what kind of offer I was just given. I will tell you all about it once I'm back. You hop out of the bathroom trying to put on a sock. Out again? I have to tell the big guy the news. Speaking of puzzles, do you even know where he is? It's not like you know his address. And to be fair, you don't think it's a good idea to go over to his place in general. Maybe he's at the studio? God damn it, just text him. Hey, where you at? Studio? Why? Mind if I give you a visit? Have something important I need to tell you. Sure. You shove the phone in your coat as you storm out of your apartment, excitement rushing over you like a wave. You can already picture the look on everyone's faces when you tell them the big news. It's rather quiet at the studio today, as most people are either taking the day off or working remotely. You're trying to spot some familiar faces on your way to Puzzles' office, but your energetic macho addicted colleague is nowhere to be seen. You approach his office and gently knock on his door before making your way inside. His head whips up upon your entrance, his usual smile appearing on the screen. Ah, Sapphire! Hey, so sorry for the sudden visit. I have to talk to you. You swear there was a faint drop of sweat visible on his screen before he sits upright and folds his hands. I'm listening. So, I got a call this morning, and you won't believe who it was. He raises an eyebrow, waiting for whatever you have to say. The famous CC Pictures, yes! They want to pick up my project. Can you believe it? I didn't get to talk much with that person on the other side of the line, but they offered me to continue the project at the studio. They'll send me proper information later today, but they talked about providing us proper funding and budget so we can make it even bigger. Isn't that amazing? You're unable to read his expression for a brief moment. His iconic toothy grin forward, replaced by a flicker of confusion. CC Pictures Studio. Yes! You can see his brows furrowing more and more the more you speak about this possible shift in production. What is that worried look on his face for? It's not like you are ditching him for good. Sapphire, I don't understand what you're trying to say to me here. It's exactly what it sounds like, Puzzles. We can bring this to the big screens. It doesn't have to be just a pilot episode. We can make it into something bigger. They will provide us with everything we need. What about Puzzle Vision? You don't have to care about Puzzle Vision after that. We will be side by side with the top leagues with that one. It will be all we ever wanted. Sapphire, He cut you off, his voice low. You cannot be serious with all this. What is the matter? You're seriously suggesting giving away everything I have ever built here to some pompous jerks over there in Hollywood? Taking the rights of our project? What about the people who work days and nights to make this possible in the first place? Puzzles, you are not forced to stay in this city forever. Isn't this what you always dreamt of, too? The world knowing your name? This is the opportunity, Puzzles. This is the opportunity we have waited for our entire lives. And it's right here in front of us. If I ever make it big in this world, it will be with my studio, with my people, with my own name. Here. I already have what I always wanted, Sapphire. The excitement that was building inside of you. The entire morning was gone in this very moment. How can he be saying this? You didn't understand, but you wanted to understand. I have an audience. I have fans. I have people who envy my work. And you can have this too, Sapphire. Soon. Here. Once the project is done, why do you want to give it all away? Because I'm not afraid to take risks and make big decisions in my life. I've had enough of living in mediocre conditions, enough of being insecure about myself. I want to be something. I don't want to spend the rest of my life wondering what might have happened if we'd just taken the chance. This could change everything for us, Puzzles. Not just the money or the recognition, but the proof that we were capable of more than this. Oh. What happened? Puzzles stands up from his chair, hands in fists. His expression mixed with anger and confusion. An expression you haven't seen from the boss before. Oh. If recognition and money are all that ever mattered to you, then I shouldn't have gotten you on my team in the first place. That is not what I'm trying to say here. Do you even hear yourself? You would rather hand your projects over to people with bigger wallets than make it with the people you actually believe in it? Do you think they will care about your decisions or ideas? You won't be the one in control anymore. They only care about how much bank they can make out of it, whether you like it or not. You're only saying this because you don't want me to rip this project away from you. Sapphire, you are not listening to me! And after you raise your voice, both of you fall silent. The words hang in the air between you, heavier than either of you expected. You're the first one to break the silence. I am taking this opportunity, with or without you. I am not going with you on this. I feel bad. You went home after the argument. Nothing but fury was seeping through your veins, and maybe a bit of disappointment? Sadness? Why do you even care about what he thinks? This is your project, your future. You have the right to do anything you want, and this is what you wanted. Isn't this what happens when you go up to the corporate ladder of production? Bigger budgets, bigger sets? You lie in bed, your bad habit of overthinking threatening to join you tonight. Why can't he be happy for me? Oh, it's glitching. Oh. Oh. After you officially set things with the CC pictures, you were getting ready to move out. It's funny how one sudden opportunity can flip your entire life upside down. But that's what life is about, no? Nothing can stay the same. You were given a chance to prove yourself in the Mushroom City, and it worked. You're making it big now. But why is there a small part of you that's still disappointed in the things Puzzles has said? Still thinking about it? Karen's voice pulls you out of your thoughts. You zoned out again. You felt like you needed some company after what happened between you and him, so you invited her over to your place. A sigh leaves your lips once you put your coffee mug down. Did I do the right thing? With him? No, I don't know. Sapphire, stop doubting yourself over him. You decided how you want to move in your life, and so did he. Seriously, since when did you start caring so much about him? I think I missed a few chapters. Oh, don't you start it. I am not here to judge you. I guess we kinda got closer? Not in a weird way. As friends, I mean. Maybe I was hoping we would take this chance together. Sometimes things just don't go as we want, and that's okay. What matters is that you are happy. Did you sort everything out? Yeah, the moving van will arrive tomorrow to get my stuff. I still have to get on with some paperwork from Puzzle Vision, though. Might as well get there today to get it done as soon as possible. Why not give him a visit while you are at it? Settle things right between you two before you leave? Maybe. Yeah, you're right. It would definitely help to ease this feeling that keeps dragging me down. There you go. Thanks for the pep talk, Karen. No need to. By the way, would you mind dropping me off at my place on your way to the studio? Not at all. Thanks. Talking about your car, I honestly thought you never had one. I rarely drive. Gas was expensive to me back in the day, but I guess I can make an exception now that I'm not poor as a church mouse. I'll grab my coat then. Once you drop Karen off at her place, you pull up in the Puzzle Visions parking lot. It's weird to know this is probably your last time stepping into that place. You're going to miss it for sure. Everyone is already aware of your decisions, and while some were disappointed, many of us stood by and supported you. That warmed you a tiny bit inside. On your way to your familiar office, you kept glancing around in hopes of spotting your TV-headed friend, but he was nowhere to be found. Maybe sitting in his office on his butt as always? Sapphire! Is what you hear at the moment you fiddle with the knob to your office. I almost thought you were going to leave without saying goodbye! Linda wraps you in a hug that's both warm and fierce, the kind that threatens to squeeze the air right out of you. I would never, you wheeze out, patting her shoulder to make her realize she's crushing you. She lets you go after a moment. Came to say goodbye, or are you here for something else? Went to pick up some paperwork, but I was also hoping to catch Puzzles here. Is he around? She glances to the floor for a bit, her expression shifting into unease. None of us has seen him for days now. He doesn't pick up the phone or answer our messages. I was hoping you were in contact with him. A sudden feeling of dread creeps down your back once you hear her words. No, we kind of didn't talk to each other for some time. Did something happen? Not really. No. What are you supposed to do? You can't leave without knowing if he's okay. Did your decision get to him that bad? There must be some other reason why he hasn't shown up for work. Gosh, do you know his address or something? I don't, but I'm pretty sure you can find that in our system. Ask someone in the IT department. They should be able to let you access that info. Thank you, Linda. Let me know if the big guy's okay. Luckily, the peeps over at IT were kind enough to give you access to his private information. Scribbling his address on a piece of paper and shoving it in your pocket, you left the studio and got in your car. You wasted no time getting to his house. Your eyes kept glancing at the map, and the arrival time as you impatiently tapped against the steering wheel. Gosh, this stupid TV. You were silently hoping he was just putting on some drama performances per usual. You shook your head, internally feeling wary. The closer you got to his house, the more you noticed how distant you were getting from the usual busy city. Instead of noisy streets and huge buildings, you were met with a vibrant landscape. It must be the right place. This is nice. Look at the fountain. You looked at the piece of paper with his address on it, and then back at the house in front of you. A spiky fence and a looming tall gate surrounded it. Great. Parking the car on the side of the road, you get out and try your luck by dialing his number. Nope, he's not picking it up. You could try opening the gate yourself. Won't budge. Maybe squeeze through? That could work. And surprisingly, it did. The moment you managed to squeeze through the fence, you walked up to his front door and proceeded to knock. Puzzles? You knock again. It's me, Sapphire. Are you there? I just wanted to check up on you. But there was no answer. Were you seriously about to literally break into his house at this point? Maybe he's not even here. Fuck this. As you were about to kick the door open, you tried to twist the knob first. And the door opened. It's not locked? No. It was dim inside, with sunlight spilling in through the open door as the only source of illumination. You called out his name again before daring to make her step inside. Your shoes clicked against the wooden floor as you kept walking further into the house. You recognized that coat that was dangling from the hanger. He must be here. You weren't picking up the phone, so I went to check up on you. You kept talking, step after step, to let him know about your presence, but the house was dead silent. Your foot accidentally nudged a glass bottle that was lying on the floor. What? Crouching to get a better look at the bottle, you noticed a few more lines across the entire room. Oh no. Why would he? You had so many questions that didn't matter to you at this exact moment. The number of bottles lying around made your foot bristle in realization. Putting the bottle aside, your gaze dots around the room in hopes of finding your friend. Your eyes settle on a couch in the center of the living room where a familiar silhouette lounges over the cushions. You felt your heart dropping to your stomach. This stupid fucking idiot! You dash to the couch, immediately noticing his screen filled with static white noise. His usual toothy grin nowhere to be seen. You grab him by the shoulders, using all your strength to make him sit upright. There was a strange liquid pouring out the side of his screen that you quickly wiped with the nearest tissue from the coffee table. Puzzles! Wake up! Your heart was racing while you kept shaking his shoulders in hopes of waking him up. His static screen glitches for a brief moment before it turns completely black. You released a breath you didn't even realize you were holding. He pauses for a moment, slowly taking in his surroundings. His gaze falls on you once he realizes how tightly you are gripping his shoulders. You scared me to death! What were you thinking? Is the first thing you blurt out in his face. Sapphire? Why didn't you answer any of my calls? My calls! He doesn't answer any of your questions. He just stares at you, as if he's glimpsed at a ghost. Still 2 days from the alcohol that's making him drowsy. How long has he been like this? Please nod or something so I know you're here with me. His screen glitches briefly before slowly nodding. With a quiet sigh, you take off your coat and wrap it around his shoulders. You have no idea what is considered a normal temperature for him. But you know for damn sure that the coldness was practically radiating off of him wasn't normal in any case. His hand makes contact with your knuckles, the cold tips of his fingers taking you off guard. I thought you left, he whispers, his breath trembling. God, I'm such a jerk. I made you all worry about me, huh? I really am just like him. He was slurring his words and let out a low groan from the incoming migraine. Stop wobbling around so much. You cut him off, adjusting the coat around his shoulders while still holding him upright. Have I ever mentioned how beautiful your eyes are? I never realized my own reflection could get lost in them. He keeps staring at you, glassy eyes and drunk, that foolish grin spreading slowly across his face. I could stare at them for days and never get tired of it. You ignore his words, knowing it's the alcohol talking, not him. I take my eyes off of you for a few days and you somehow manage to fuck yourself up? He chokes out a giggle. Sorry. The grin slowly leaves his face as he keeps staring at you longer, his hand slipping from your knuckles to your wrist. You're not really going, right? Tell me you came here to say you've changed your mind. Say you're actually not leaving me. His words came out in a shaky breath, tears glinting in the corners of his eyes. He holds your wrist tight. God, I'm so miserable. So fucking selfish. I should be happy for you achieving what you always wanted, and here I am, ruining everything for you. Making you feel bad for me because I couldn't bear the thought of you going away. Of never seeing you again. You hardly recognize him. How he struggles to speak, each word choked back by the sobs he's barely holding in. You let him talk. I'm tired of pretending I'm something I'm not. I'm tired of keeping quiet about how much you mean to me. I don't care about that stupid project. I don't care about CC pictures. It's always been about you and you only. How I was looking forward to every meeting, every interaction, just for the chance to hear your voice again. It's so stupid. I was so scared of telling you, so scared of this unfamiliar tight feeling in my chest that kept creeping on me every time we got to talk. I never felt so unbalanced, so unsure about myself in my entire life. I want you to be happy. I want what's right for you. I know letting you go is the right thing to do, but it hurts so much. So much. I'm scared, Sapphire. I don't know what to do. He keeps a firm hold of your... Oh my god, I'm tearing up. He keeps a firm hold of your wrist whilst tears stream down his screen, awaiting any words of comfort from your mouth, any words of assurance. But you knew there weren't any. Rest. You need to sleep it off, is all you say. He reluctantly lets go of your wrist, letting you guide him down onto the couch. You don't leave his side that day. You want to be sure he is okay before you leave. Because after all, you were leaving the next day. Because that's what you truly wanted. Oh no. Oh, this animation is so beautiful. Oh no. I'm tearing up, oh my god. Oh god, okay. Oh, that's more? Oh.
Hello! I'm currently unavailable. Busy making my dreams come true over here at CC Pictures. Please leave your message after the tone.
Oh wow.
Hey, it's me.
Oh my god.
Sorry for calling you again. I just wanted to apologize for what happened that other day. I don't remember much, but I'm sure I've said some things I didn't mean to. I've acted like an absolute idiot, and I just want you to know that I'm really, really sorry. Anyway, I hope folks over there help you settle in quickly. It's a big step forward, and I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. CC Pictures can be quite the league above from here, so don't hesitate to call for advice. Being somewhere so different from what you're used to, you know?
Aw.
It's been a little lonely in the studio since you left. Linda told me to say hello and, you know, ask how you're doing. Sorry, I'm dragging it a bit here. If you ever want to visit, feel free to. The team misses you. I miss you. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Hope this message goes through, along with the other 5 I've already sent before. Sorry. Take care now. Goodbye.
Oh, no. I feel so bad. Okay. Well then, Oh, there's more? Oh no. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, that got me more emotional than I thought it would. Okay. Well then, that was the bad ending, I believe. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all in part 3. Bye bye!